I want to talk about the myth behind wealth preservation. Our passion at Forum Wealth is a better life, and it's actually not just a better life for our client, but for the legacy that that client's leaving behind. And one of the things that Forum Wealth that we are trying for our clients and their legacy is to help them have generational wealth. And what we're up against is a staggering statistic. And there's a lot of studies that have been done on this, but the statistic, the general industry understanding is this. 70% of wealthy families will lose their wealth by the second generation and 90% by the third. In my 25 years, I have found this to be true. A first generation wealth builder, when they pass away, when the founder passes away, if they don't pass on why they were doing what they were doing, and often how they will teach to take risks to the surviving spouse or the next generation, a very natural process begins. And I hear it all the time. It's, well, I want to preserve this. I want to protect this, which is the antithesis. It's the exact opposite of taking risk. And once we start doing that, what happens? Inflation starts eroding that purchasing power because it's no longer growing. Especially in an estate, it starts being divided up against multiple people. It starts being spent in different ways. And over time, the biggest killer of all of it is that if it is not growing and therefore beating inflation, if it's not maintaining its purchasing power over the next several decades, it's going to go away and get consumed. The irony is, if you want to be someone who wants to preserve wealth, you have to grow it. If you want to be someone who wants to honor the founder that basically created this business or this generational wealth, you have to place it in investments that allow the growth to continue, or it's going to get consumed. Because the statistics show that becomes the reality. That wealth preservation, by definition, over long periods of time, is wealth erosion. So what do you do with that? First, you need to work with an advisor that basically will help you understand the consequences of preserving wealth. Because in the end, there's an entire financial industry that's out there ready to sell you something, and what they want to sell you is appeasement. They want to give you what you want. Really, though, what you want is probably not what you need. That's how the world actually works. So the question you need to ask yourself, if you're that founder, are we teaching the next generation? Are we teaching the decision makers into the future what is needed to continue to grow that wealth? And if you're a recipient of wealth that's been created, you need to ask yourself, are you going to be the catalyst that continues that multi-generational growth? Or are you going to be the one that pivots and tries to start preserving, thinking, and it feels good, only over several decades, it actually just starts eroding away?